بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math grade 6. We are in model 9 volume and surface area. Today we have the second one, surface area of rectangular prisms. Surface area of rectangular prisms. In this lesson we want to know what the meaning of the net and how to make nets and find surface area of rectangular prism. How can a net help you visualize a three-dimensional figure? As you see here, we have a cube, and the cube has many faces. Listen, please. We have here three faces, A and B and D. And the three back faces here, F and C and E. So we have in the cube 6 faces. And as you see here, we have the face A and the face B. We can draw the two faces here like this, A and B. A and B. And A here, the top, and B here, the front. And we have back, this is the back. As you see here, the back here will be what? Will be E. This is E here. Then this is F. This is F. So we have here two faces. Then this is A and B. Then as you see here, we have F. And we have E, F and E. Also here two faces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. The draw here, the name of this draw, net. The name of this draw, this is net. This is the meaning of the net. This is the meaning of the net.
Teaching notes. A new cube and net are shown. Copy the net on a separate sheet of paper. Drag the endpoints of the spin, pitch, and roll controls. Label the faces of the net with the correct letters. Press. Teaching notes. A new cube and net are shown. Copy the net on a separate sheet of paper and label the faces of the net with the correct letters. Press the wrap button to see the net wrap around a cube. Do the letters you chose match the letters on the net? If not, press the unwrap button and try again.
So what's the meaning of a net? Listen, please.
Make a net to represent a rectangular prism. Teaching notes. A net is a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional figure. When you construct a net, you are deconstructing the three-dimensional figure using its two-dimensional faces. A rectangular prism has 6 rectangular faces. The top and bottom faces are congruent. The front and back faces are congruent. The 2 side faces are congruent.
As you see, here bottom, front, back, side, top, and this is here the rectangular prism. So this is the meaning of the net. The back and the front congruent. And the side congruent. And the top, bottom and the top congruent. So this is the meaning of the net. Two-dimensional. Here, three-dimensional. Okay. A rectangular prism has length of 10 centimeter. This is the length, 10 centimeter, and a width of 6 centimeter. This is the width, 6 centimeter, and the height of 8 centimeters. This is the height, 8 centimeters. And we want to draw and label a net to represent the rectangular prism. This is three-dimensional. We want to draw the net will be two-dimensionals. In this rectangular prism, what are the dimensions of the back face? The back face. Here, the front. The back means the same face of the front. The same face of the front. As you see here, we have 10, and here equal this side. Here 8 means here 8. So we can write 10 and 8. 10 and 8. This is the net. This is the net. This is the front. The front will be here in the middle. And this is the top. Will be up. And we're down. We have the bottom. And here we have the side. As you see here, the side. And here the opposite side. Then we have the back. This is here the back. As you see here, the top and the bottom congruent, the side and the side congruent, and the front and the back congruent. Select the net that represents the rectangular prism shown. Here we have rectangular prism. As you see here, the length 8, the width 3, and the height 2. And we have here the top, and we have here the bottom. And here, as you see, we have the side, and here the opposite side. And here we have front, and here we have the back. So, to draw the net, determine the name of the faces at the first, then you can draw. So, as you see here, the front will be in the middle. This is the front. Then here we have the side. This is the front. Then here we have the side. Then here we have the opposite side. Draw here the opposite side. Then here we have the top and down the bottom. So we can draw here up, bottom, the top, and down the bottom. Then we have here the back. We have here the back. This is front and this is the back. As you see, the opposite sides congruent, and the top and the bottom congruent, and the front and the back congruent. This is the meaning of net. As you see here, the figure here is three-dimensional. But here, when you draw the net, the figure will be what? Will be two-dimensional. Two-dimensional. This is the meaning of the net.
Mr. What does dimensional means?
Repeat your question, please.
What does dimensional mean?
Length dimensional, width dimensional, height dimensional. This is the meaning of the dimensionals. When we have just length and width, means we have two dimensional. When we have length and width and height, means we have three dimensionals. What's the meaning of the surface area? What's the meaning of the surface area? Listen, please.
Surface area of a rectangular prism. Teaching notes. The surface area of a rectangular prism is the sum of the areas of the faces. Using a net can help you deconstruct the prism into two-dimensional shapes so you can find the area of each face. Watch
this video.
Use nets to find surface area of rectangular prisms. One way to find the surface area of rectangular prisms is to use a net.
Listen here. We have now rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Continue, please.
A net is a two-dimensional pattern that can be used to build a three-dimensional figure.
Now we want to draw the net of this figure. We want to draw the net of this figure. Continue, please.
Open the prism and use a marker to label the
So open the prism. As you see now, we have what? We have the net. We have the net. Continue.
Rectangular prism top, bottom, front, back, side 1, and side 2. Measure the length and width of each face and then calculate the area, beginning with the top. 3 inches by 2 inches. Write the dimensions and
Hello. We want to find the surface area. What's the meaning of the surface area? Means the sum of the all areas of the faces. Means find the area of the top, find the area of the back, the area of the bottom, the area of the side, the area of the front, the area of the side 2. Then add the all areas. Add the all areas. You will get the surface area. You will get the surface area. Continue, please.
calculate the area, 6 square inches. opposite face.
In the top here, as you see here, the type of all faces will be rectangle. And how to find the area of the rectangle? Length times width. The top here we have 2, and here we have 3. So the area will be 3 times 2, will be 6 inch squared. Continue, please.
Faces of a rectangular prism have the same dimensions, so they are congruent. The bottom face will have the same area as the top face, 3 inches by 2 inches.
So the top and the bottom congruent means the same dimensional, so means the same area. If the area of the top 6 means the area of the bottom will be what? Will be 6.
Write down the dimensions. Now, measure the front face and write down the dimensions. 3 inches by 4 inches. The area is 12 square inches.
So, the area of the front also rectangle. We have here the length 4 and the width 3. So, the area will be length times width, 3 times 4 will be 12. And the front congruent with what? With the back. The back and the front congruent means they have the same area.
The back face will have the same dimensions as the front.
So the front 12 and the back 12. And here the top 6 and the bottom 6. Continue, please.
Measure side 1, 2 inches by 4 inches. The area is 8 square inches.
So also the type of the side 1 rectangle. The width 2 and the length 4. So the area will be length times width, 4 times 2. 4 times 2 will be 8. And the side 1 congruent with the side 2 means they have the same area. If here 8 means here 8. Continue, please.
Side 2 will have the same dimensions as side 1. Now that the area has been calculated for each face.
So as you see, at the first, we calculate the areas of the all faces, top, bottom, front, back, side 1, side 2. Then, when we want to find the surface area, means add the all areas. Add the all areas. Continue, please.
Calculate the sum of the areas. The surface area of the rectangular prism is 52 square inches.
6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12 plus 8 plus 8 will be 52. Will be 52. Use the net to determine the minimum amount of warping paper he will need to cover the box. And as you see here, this is rectangular prism. Now this is three-dimensional. As you see here, we have length, width, and height. Open the prism now. You will get the net. Now as you see here, the net will be what? Two-dimensional. Two dimensionals. Type. As you see here, the front, this is the front, here side, this is the side, and as you see here, the top and back, we have here the back, then here we have the side, and here the back. So as you see here, this is the net. And we want to find the surface area. When you want to find the surface area, find the areas of all faces. This face and this face and this face and here and here and here. And remember, the top and the back congruent, the side and the opposite side congruent, and the front and the back will be congruent. So the top and the bottom congruent, front and back congruent, and the opposite sides congruent. Continue, please. This is the top, this is the bottom, this is the side one, the opposite side, side 2 here. And here we have the front and the back, the front and the back. Here and here congruent as you see. The same dimensional. Here 10, here 10, here 6, here 6. And also the side 1 and the side 2 will be and the side 2 will be congruent. And also the front and the back also will be congruent. Right. We won't find the areas of the front and the back. What is the type of the front and the back? Front and back congruent. As you see, the type will be rectangle. And how to find the area of the rectangle? Area equal length times width. Length times width. So start from the formula, A equal length times width. Right. Now this is the front and this is the back. This is the front and this is the back. What is the length here in the front? Will be 10, and what is the width? Will be 8. So we can write the length 10 and the width here the same height will be 8. So 10 times 8 will be 80. And we have two congruent faces, means multiply the area here by 2. So 80 times 2 will be 160 centimeters. So now we have here the two congruent faces here. The area of the two congruent faces here will be 160 centimeters. Now we want to find the areas of the sides. This is the sides here and here. As you see here, we have 8 and here we have 6. Also the type rectangle. So start from the formula. A equal W, or means width, times height. Means 6 times 8 will be 48. And we have two faces, two congruent faces, means multiply the area by the 2 times 96. 48 times 2 will be 96 centimeters. Now we want to find the top and the bottom. This is the top and the bottom. As you see here, we have 10 and here 6 and the type rectangle. So start from the formula. A equal length times W times width. Length 10 and width 6. 10 times 6 will be 60. This is the area of the one face. But here we have two congruent faces. We have two congruent faces. So multiply the area by 2. So 2 times 60 will be 120 centimeters squared. Now to find the total surface area, add the all areas. Front and back 160 plus top and bottom 120 plus the sides will be 96. So the total will be 376 inch square. As you see here, we have rectangular prism. Open the rectangular prism. You will find you have what? The net. Now this face and this face congruent. This face and this face congruent. and this face and this face congruent. This face and this face, this is the top and this is the bottom. And here front and here the back and here the side and here the side. And here you have the dimensionals. And I want to from all to try to find the surface area. The first step, find the areas of the all faces. Then the second step, add the total areas. You have 5 minutes. Try to find the surface area. Then tell me what is your answer. Start, please.
Mister, the answer is 10.08.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Who has different answer?
10.08 square.
Feet square. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Who has different answer?
This one, my answer is 10.8 inch square, feet square.
Thank you. Khalid, who has different answer? Okay, listen to me, please. Here we have front and here we have the back. I will start from here. The type rectangle. So to find the area, multiply here length and here width. So we can write here area equal length times width 1.5 times
1.2
1.2.
It's 1.8, Mr.
Okay, thank you. So 1.5 times 1.2. The answer will be 1.8 ft squared. But this is for one face. And here we have two congruent faces. We have the front and the back congruent faces. So multiply the area by 2.
1.8 times 2.
Yes. So we can write here now the area of the front and the back will be 2 times 1.8. 2 times 1.8 will be 3.6.
3.6.
ft squared. This is for the front and the back together. Now I will be find the area of the two sides. This is the side 1 and this is the opposite side. Also the type will be what? Will be rectangle. So this is the width and this is here the length. The length, as you see here, same this side, 1.2. So here we have 1.2 and here we have 1.2. So we can write here the area.
1.2 times 1.2 equals 1.44.
Thank you. So 1.2 times 1.2. So the answer will be 1.44. Feet square. This is for just one side, but here we have two congruent sides, this side and this side. So the area of the sides to
1.44 times 2
times 1.44.
Equal 10. Equal 10.8.
Equal 2.88.
2.88.
ft squared.
ft squared.
Feet squared means feet squared.
مستر في واجب اليوم؟
Now we want to find the top and the bottom. Here the top and here the bottom. The top and the bottom. Also rectangle. Here we have 1.5 and here we have 1.2. So the area will be 1.5 times 1.2. Will be 1.8 So the area of the two faces, the two congruent faces, this face congruent with this face, means multiply by 2. So the area of the top and the bottom will be 2 times
3.6.
8 will be 3.6
feet square.
هلا to find the surface area S means surface area, add or the total of the sum of the areas means 3.6
plus 2.88 plus 3.6
plus 2.88
plus 3.6
plus 3.6
equals 10.8 square.
Great. So the answer will be 10.08
feet square.
feet squared. Who has any question here? Is it clear for all?
Yeah.
Great. This is our lesson today. Let us to take attendance now.
So the period is finished.
What? Repeat, please. بطي حمد علي.
نعم أستاذ.
حمد سالم. حمدان الكعبي.
نعم أستاذ.
خالد خليل.
نعم مستر. أستاذ ممكن أغادر؟
يمكن. دانيال.
نعم مستر.
سعيد المهيري. سعيد.
نعم أستاذ. نعم.
سلطان علي.
نعم أستاذ.
سلطان غازي. عامر.
حاضر.
عبد الله راشد. عبد الله راشد. عبد الله محمد الجابري. عبد الله محمد مصطفى الحمادي.
مستر.
عبد الله مسعود. عبد الله مسعود.
مستر يطلع اسمه يغادر.
غادرنا. عبد الله مسعود. عمر الشامسي. عمر أشرف.
نعم أستاذ.
فلاح.
نعم أستاذ.
محمد الحمادي. محمد سعيد. محمد سعيد.
نعم أستاذ.
محمد حمادة. محمد حمادة. محمد حمادة. مطوع. مطوع. منصور علي. منصور علي.
يا أستاذ أنا هون كان في مشكلة في المايك.
تمام. محمد حمادة. أوكي. Okay, this is our period today. Thank you for your listening. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.